Hello, hello, and good morning, my lovely sunshine friends. This is Marta from Drop of Sunshine. Welcome in another video. Today, I'm super excited to share with you this idea from the Monday challenge. Every Monday, I'm trying to go on our Drop of Inspiration group and come up with some challenge which will help us to deal with the piles of scraps everyone is holding. So yesterday, I went live on the group and I actually make a little draw to pick up some colors, to pick up the technique. And for this Monday challenge, we are gonna be playing with the white and blue color scraps and some ink pads. So that's why you can see them over here. I've made 4 cards in total, but I've decided to divide video into 2 parts, so they're not gonna be so awfully long. And I hope you will check them both because the cards I'm making on the second part are totally different from these ones. Here I've had this little circular frame which was half cut and left through on a piece of a scrap, and I've decided to create my own element using some ink pads because that was the part of the challenge. And what I also want to share that this week I'm coming up with some extra prize. So 5 first friends who will share their cards with the Monday challenge, they will take a part. They will receive a free downloadable file from one of my digital design. So that will be additional extra prize for you to enjoy. I hope you will enjoy it, and I hope you will enjoy the challenge. This is also not only to encourage myself and others to use up the scraps, but it's also a wonderful chance for you to try new techniques, to try the techniques which you already forgot or haven't been using for a while, and just create some simple cards, something you can spark the joy of other friends, family, neighbors, maybe donate them to a charity, make a good use rather than keeping those scraps in the drawer. We can always create them into something nice and simple and brighten up the day of someone else. Here I've punched a couple flowers, and this white paper, this is actually the copy paper, my friends. This is a 80 GSM very thin paper which I very delicately spray with the water and send it through this Hairflat Creation flower mold. And these flowers you will see on the end up they are just gorgeous. The texture from the mold is definitely worth to try if you ever consider to buying that flower mold from Hairflat Creation. They are fabulous, and the one I have, this is actually the basic flower, so it's got this open circles, so they will fit most of the flower from the dies you already have, so you don't really need to buy an awfully lot. These leafy designs, these are the old die from the spellbinder, and once I cut those leaf and flowers, I actually decided no, I want to keep them for another card idea which I already had in my head. And for this circle I reach for some butterfly dies, and I'm cutting them out from the white color scraps. I have plenty of those strips leftovers from when I was creating like DL size cards or other elements. I always end up with having some spare strips, so I'm keeping them aside and they just come in handy. I've cut a couple of the butterflies, and they have 2 layers, which is one the full butterfly and then the lacy overlay. And then I cut this circle. You will see it also on a close-up photo. This circle comes from my own CRAFTSTASH & Co collection, and has this beautiful embossed edge with this delicate pattern which really add that extra something to your cut. But you can use the normal circle die or any other dies, whatever you have. The basic thought behind creating those cards is just grabbing the pile of the scraps and play with them, have some fun, use some stamps, dice, punches, whatever it is in your supply, and just share the joy. Give the card to a neighbor or donate it, as I said. And rather than keeping those papers in a drawer, just make a good use of them. Now I'm stamping the sentiment, and for that I am using the archival ink, and this sentiment is coming from one of the previous issue of the Simply Cards and Paper Craft magazine, which I'll have to check the number, but I do believe it was either 230 or 231. I will double check and give you the link in the description. I am adding a drop of the ink because that was the part of the challenge, and if you would like to see what is the challenge all about and have a look on the group, I will give you the link down below as well. And so just I'm gonna check the old boxes. I have this white paper, blue paper, and some inks, and now I am ready to put my card together. This is gonna be a very simple card, very easy, and something I can send through the post or give it to someone, so it will fit the envelope nicely. And now I am adding the dash of the glue on top of my double-sided tape, just to make sure it will stay put together forever. And for the circle, I don't want to lay it totally flat, so I add just a couple teeny tiny dots of the hot glue, and I'm adhering it to the paper. And then just to be super secure, once I will glue the butterfly on top of the circle, they will also hold it in place. So if just because I'm having the additional element, I don't have to put too much glue on the circle frame, but with teeny tiny dots of the hot glue, the element could actually pop out later on. So it's always too good to secure it with some additional elements like I'm doing it here. And I am placing my butterflies, and I will finish off the card by adding a few pearls, and this is the card number 1 is basically done. And this is a gorgeous card, and as I'm saying, all the elements, all the papers I already had in my scrap pile, so I'm super happy that I've made to play with my scraps, and I did something nice, and I had lots of fun. And another thing is that every single week I am drawing different colors, different techniques, different things. So it could be combination of 2 colors, it could be combination of 3, or some other techniques. I've put the whole list of the things we can do. So I am encouraging you to check that Monday challenge, because they're really fun and they will bring that creativity, something different, give you a chance to try something different every week. Now I'm finishing off these flowers, and I add those big artificial berries in the center of each flower. And now I'm cutting off the wires, and I will be creating the card base. At first I have this frame, and this is the old frame I've also had in my scrap drawer. Sometimes I am cutting off some elements, and then I'm just looking on it like lying on the cards, and I'm just thinking like, no, this is too large or too small, and I'm just putting them back to the drawer. So I have plenty of these as well, but at first I wanted to use like A5 size card. I wasn't sure, but then I just thought like, no, I really would love to see those flowers floating on the DL size card. So I'm just grabbing a new piece of the paper to create myself a DL base. And this is the only one thing which I said in the challenge, that you can add a new card base, like use ready-made card base or create a new one, but try to use up the scraps for the rest of your creation. So I'm chopping the piece of the design paper, and this is one of my own digital designs. I've created this wood pattern, and I have it in a few color versions as well. And I thought I had this blue piece lying in my drawer for a very long time, so I'm happy that I get to use it. And then I am grabbing another piece of the scrap, and I've created a smaller rectangle, which I am now going to create some scoring lines, but I'm placing my paper on the angle. So this way I have this beautiful design. It's looking like it would be coming out from the embossing folder, and it has this beautiful texture, but I didn't reach any embossing folder or anything like that. Now the dies you can see over here, these are also coming from the CRAFTSTASH & Co collection I've designed, and I have this little circle frame with this lacy pattern. So I will cut the shadow element, like the whole frame, and then I will cut this lacy overlay and another of the circle, which I'm gonna be using for stamping my second sentiment for this card. And as I have all the elements, I'm also gonna be adding some extra pop of color. I'm gonna be using my finger daubers to go over the elements and to add some colors to them. So this way I'm gonna be checking all the boxes. I have white scraps of paper, I have a blue color scraps of paper, and I'm adding some extra inks to them. If you don't have the inks and you would like to create the cards, please be welcome to use any other supplies. The challenges are more to enhance everyone to play with what they already have in their stash. So don't feel like if there will be ever any technique or any supplies you don't have, you not have to stick to it 100%. This is just a merely idea for everyone to use and have some good fun with it. So I'm using another of the sentiments, and I am just adding the ink to color the edges very gently and also to color the frame. And the color I'm using, I believe this is the broken china from Distress range. I do have a small selection of those little ink cubes, and they are coming really handy if it's coming for adding the colors and to my backgrounds or to enhance the frames and things like that. So once I have all the elements ready, I will be putting up the second card, and then I will wrap up this video, but I will be coming back with another one straight away because I do have another 2 more cards to show you, and the other 2 are in different style. So I hope you will check them out as well, and they will also bring you some good ideas for using your scraps as well. So thank you so very much, my friends, for being here, for watching, for being in the group as well, for supporting me. And I love reading your comments. I'm super thankful for every single like I am receiving here on the YouTube, because this is helping me grow my channel. This is helping me to win the YouTube algorithm and make my video to be suggested to new friends, to get a new audience. So thank you so very much for being here and actively supporting me in giving a like and writing the comments. I really appreciate that. Now for this card, I didn't want to build too much dimension. However, I add a little bit extra foam tape to lift the sentiments, but the card will still get a little bit dimension because of the flowers. And this should still fit the DL size envelope, and if it's gonna be too tight, you can always put it into the A5 size envelope, or you can check my other video. I do have this how-to playlist which I'm planning to update with a new how-to tutorials, and there I have one video which will show you how to extend the envelope. So if it happened to you that you will make a card which will have a little bit more bulkiness and it will be a tight fit on the envelope, you can always check that video, and in very simple way you can extend your envelope to make it a little bit bigger. Now once again, thank you so much. I hope you will hop on to the link down below to the group to check the challenge, and I hope you enjoyed today's inspiration. Thank you so much. I am wishing you all a fabulous day and lots of fun while crafting with your scraps. Stay blessed, my friends, and bye-bye.